make this perfect guy want a little bit of this, want a little bit of that. And you're trying to come up, you think he's out there, and it's like, that's not, it's about choice. Love is about choice.
That's the scary thing about social media, because it's almost like going to Vegas and hitting the lottery. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, you swiping and like, oh, this person looks good. And then you keep swiping personally, you just keep going. It's like a never ending cycle. You trying to get.
So it sounds like what you guys are saying is social media is destroying reality.
Absolutely.
It distorts it a lot.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Now, Daisha, I'm gonna give you this last one here as we start to wrap things up here. So a lot of women like hip hop and rap. Now, before I touch on this, I'm not saying that it's wrong. I'm just trying to get into deeper thought here, right? So I'm not judging any woman or anything like that, but I'm just trying to get into deeper thought here. So a lot of women like hip hop and rap music. My question is, why do women like hip hop and rap music if it's degrading to them most of the time?
I mean, I think that definitely it has a lot to do with your upbringing. If you're listening to it from the time you're a kid to coming up, I mean, that's the music, you're listening to when your parents are in the car, you got it going on, the kids at school listening to it. And you're so desensitized to what they're actually saying. The beat can be banging, you just really jamming and feeling yourself. You're not really listening to that message that they're actually putting out there. So I feel like, because I listen to, a lot of music that's, degrade.
Go ahead and say, Daisha, you love you some Cardi B. Stop it.
I'm not gonna say like that type of music, but like stuff that, females don't usually listen to or whatever. And it's like, it's not necessarily that I'm agreeing with their message. I'm really liking it for the actual beats and the vibe of it. But we're not paying attention to the fact that they're just like, oh, I just smashed her and went to her best friend and went to her cousin over there. Like, we're not listening to all of that stuff. we grew up with that. We're not, it doesn't stand out as much anymore. So I feel like that's why a lot of women, it's music. Music is music. But then it's like, yeah, if you think about it, white women, they're not really pushed this message. They get the, fluffy pop music growing up. So it's just like, I do think that, growing up with it, you just really desensitized to it. At least I know. So
now, Crystal, there's a new wave where Daisha just mentioned what a lot of guys are saying to demean women, but there's a new wave where women are now in control of what they're the narrative and within hip hop and rap music. I don't want to say any names, but you got the Megan Thee Stallions, you got Cardi B's, as I just mentioned. So women are now even on board with the self-disrespect, if you will. Well, you know what? Let me not say this. I'm going to actually allow you guys to call it. Do you feel that that's self-disrespecting when a female artist is, I guess they like to say, taking control of their body and their sexuality? Where are you guys at with that mentally?
What's so crazy is that I feel like in a way it is just discarding like our worth and everything, but at the same time I'll listen to a man disregard and bash us. So I just feel like it's a thing where, in the sense, they feel like they're gaining power from talking about it themselves, but then it's like you're still feeding into the male gaze, though. You're still feeding into what's been happening all these years. I don't feel like talking about it from a woman's perspective is necessarily going to make it to where you're taking your power back. So, I mean, I might sound like a hypocrite, but it's like, I don't, I'll listen to a guy disrespect me, but it's like with a woman, it's like, but she's not disrespecting herself by trying to uplift herself. It's just the fact that you're still pouring into what you think that you're trying to avoid. Like you're still perpetuating the sexuality on stage and all the twerking. Like you can be doing that for you because it feels good, but you're still giving him what he's wanting, like what he's been talking about this whole time, just in the rap game in general.
Crystal, how do you feel?
I think it come down to morals. Like Megan Thee Stallion, Cardi B, all of they don't really have no true morals in my opinion, because if you did, I think saying, well, we taking the power back by disrespecting yourself as a woman, like that's not taking the power back. You actually look like a goofy. That's just my opinion. And yes, I do listen to it and I do rap along to it, but I'm trying to stray away from it. But it's like now it's getting more and more ridiculous. Like the shit that women be saying on songs is just ridiculous. Like, bro, come on, man. And then half the time all that shit be cap.
Because a lot of
It really do. That man, I was
And it's
waiting
the
for
same
somebody to say
thing.
that too, because it'd be 100% cap. You're right.
Mm-hmm.
It do.
Same
It do
thing.
100% be 100% cap.
So fellas here, although it's just entertainment, is it doing more damage to the female image and women who might be looking at that and looking up to that? Is it doing damage in a sense of, would you want your girl behaving like that or mimicking that message or even taking on that message? Is it doing more damage than we think it is?
I
Man,
think
it's
so.
doing 100% damage, because at the end of the day, you got these people like Megan Thee Stallion, Cardi B, City Girls, Ken the Man, all of these people, they're influential. So they can influence, the generation of women and push them towards that. You know what I'm saying? So it's really pushing away from the actual meaning of being a woman, like what a woman really is, because them being so influential, they be like, man, you know what? I like this. I want to be just like that subconsciously. Like, I'm not saying that people be like, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and be just like Cardi B. Well, Cardi B is married, so a lot of the stuff that she says in her raps is cap anyway. It's just for entertainment purposes. But but yes, I believe that the women who make music these days are driving a wedge between women and a future with a man, because they're changing their mindset. Like, I don't care what anybody say, like, music is influential. Like, whatever you listen to, that's really what you feed in your spirit, and that's really what's gonna come out at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So yeah, I believe 100% that, the music that the women listen to, like the Cardi B side, Megan Thee Stallion side, is really tainting the mindsets of a lot of young women, and making it difficult for a man who's really trying to seek a woman.
Yeah, I agree to a certain extent. I feel like I'm a father. I have a little girl, so I'm not going to allow her to look at an image and portray an image without my input. Like, I'm going to let her know, like, hey, this is not what this is. This is, you're not finna do this. This is not appropriate. This is not respectful. You're not respecting yourself. So I'm not going to allow her to get just like want to become a part. I don't want that to be her role model. Now, I'm not saying these women